many people or something like that. Yeah. So we're gonna take a couple of more minutes for everyone to join.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for the weekend?
Can't wait. Can't wait. Because I'm gonna have a very busy one.
Busy is good.
Mm-hmm. Can we see if anyone joined? Is it gonna show somewhere?
Yeah, I think some people started joining. We have
Because it's not showing
a
for
few
me.
people. Let me see. All right, let's start.
Let's start.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and joining our chilled, laid back conversation today. I am Hibatullah. I am Customer Success Director at Prefera, and I help customers in their marketing journey with us. I have here with me Z. Z.
Hi, my name is Zuhair Zion, and I'm a creative director at Perifera. So I take care of everything that's design related.
Great, wonderful. So I know that most of you, this is the first time we meet. So before we delve into the topic today, I want to introduce you to the Unfiltered series. So this is it's going to be your go-to for anything related to business. It's going to be like it's mentioned, unfiltered, no fluff, no formalities, just genuine conversations with experts sharing tips that you can actually use. So it's going to be practical and it's going to have a lot of takeaways for you to start practicing right away. Relaxed vibes, everyone is welcome. Ask any questions, you want to share your story. We're here to inspire and make sure that we connect. And the most important thing is that we want to make sure that you are excited for what's coming next. Um, Today's topic is about social media tactics for retail in the holiday season. We all know that we are about to step into the biggest quarter or the biggest couple of months of revenue for most companies, if not all companies. And preparation is the key to success. And we at Perfera, or myself and Z, we believe in that very much. And this is why we wanted to give you a head start, share some of our experiences, and most importantly, like I said, be practical, give practical advice that you can use. So, within all of the things that you need to do for your social media and marketing, Z, what is the first thing that we need to take care of?
Well, I think I would start with two main things for me. That's target audience and content. So when I look at the target audience, for me, that's beginning with segmenting your actual target audience into demographics, psychographics, and people who purchased your products in the past. With demographic is very straightforward. Like we identify the core characteristics of the audience, like age, gender, location, income level, interest, etc. For example, like a luxury retail might target high income people, high income individuals, and so on. Psychographics that would go a little bit beyond the demographics and consider the behaviors of those people, values, lifestyle preferences, etc. Let's say we can talk about the eco-conscious people, or people who value convenience shopping, or speed shopping, etc. So that would have a totally different approach to target them. And people who actually purchase something in the past, purchased from your store or from your services in the past, especially during the holiday season. So customers who frequently buy gifts would be an ideal target for the gift bundles and the different promotions. So that's in short when we look in the target audience. But speaking about the content, there are a few things that we can do differently during the season. So for me, that would be first thing is personalized storytelling. So I use micro-targeting to create segmented content, that is basically tailored messages for specific groups based on the age, interest, and past purchase behavior, what we mentioned earlier. So that would make content way more personal to them. Like, it will speak directly to them. So there's more chances of them stopping scrolling and actually, tapping on the links. For example, again, going back to the eco-friendly conscious consumer would be interested about, sustainable holiday shopping, etc.
Yeah.
Another thing is, interactive content. We all know this. It's puzzles, quizzes, anything that we can, engage people to tap. I call it tappable content. And I think it's more fun during holiday season because we all are kind of in a playful mood. So people spend more time on social if they're playing a game or something. I think, but that's your favorite user-generated content goes next, where we basically encourage the audience to, share their holiday shopping experience by offering some kind of incentive. So it can be a giveaway or, featuring them, like reposting them on our social media, anything to drive basically engagement, and organic content. And I think last thing, which is kind of gaining the momentum right now and gaining the trend, is the shoppable live streams. It's something new. It's something been done very strategically on few brands, but we should definitely tap into it from the retail perspective. So basically, when we incorporate holiday themed live stream, where you showcase products, offer limited time deal, and engage with viewers in real time. So you create the urgency and FOMO. So while this till the end of the streams, people will need to make a decision if they want to buy or they want to, look further. So for me, this is the beginning part. So this is like where you start with. But Hiba, maybe you'll tell us more about the timing and frequency. How would you approach this from your strategy perspective?
Yeah, I think number one, 100% agree with you. You gotta nail your demographics. You gotta nail and understand your audience and what are they looking for. And you definitely need to have content, especially that right now there's a lot of content out there and a lot of AI generated content and a lot of really, really good content. And what we see is that the attention span of the audience has reduced significantly. So you're trying to catch their attention in a much, much less time, and you need to have that hook to get them interested to get them wanting to know more, to get them to engage and all of that. And timing and frequency does play a role here. So obviously we always gonna recommend and we always say it's quality over quantity. um, but you gotta use evergreen content. You gotta keep repurposing the content, and you gotta make sure that you are consistent in the way you address your audience, your tone of voice, your branding, all of it coming together. And I heard this today while I was scrolling on TikTok. One of the marketing experts in one of the marketing experts video, they said that marketing is not just one thing. It's like a domino effect. So it's multiple pieces that need to work together in order for you to have that effect. So in terms of practical advice for timing and frequency, I would say it depends on the platform. So you have different types of platforms. You have high engagement platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. For those, we would recommend 1 to 3 times per day. We have medium engagement platform like Facebook, Twitter, now X, 1 to 2 times per day. And you have low engagement platforms such as LinkedIn, where we would say 1 to 2 times per week. So it really depends. But again, you got to use the social media analytics on these platforms to understand how your audience are engaging with your content. Understand their behavior, understand what works, what type of content work with them. Do they like reels? Do they like thumbnails? Do they like videos? Like, how is it working really? And like I said, consistency is key. You gotta be consistent. People love authenticity, love it when you are being consistent, being transparent, and all of that. And just like you said, keep it fun and engaging, especially in the holiday season. Everybody is in the playful mood. Everybody is in the sharing mood. Everybody is looking for their secret Santa gift that they're supposed to give to their colleagues. They have no idea what to give them. So there's a lot of opportunity, but also it is a great chance for you to showcase and be yourself as a brand. Um, and I would say, like, with that coming, that also works very well with promotions and campaigns. Obviously, like, the holiday season is all about the campaign of the holiday season. So how do you think, or what is the best way to stay relevant with all the noise that's happening? What do you think, Z?
Yeah, I mean, the holiday season is really pretty special. So what we can do is, use holiday themed campaigns or adapt our regular campaigns into this limited time offer. So for me, that will be we can take as simple as like one of the boring campaigns at BOGO, buy one get one, into and turn it into buy one gift one,
Oh, I
because
like
we're
that.
entering the season of giving. Yeah. So imagine this campaign will encourage people encourage people to give gifts, and while they're rewarding themselves at the same time. This is like
Yeah.
something that I would really enjoy, because like when I'm buying a gift, it's normally something that I would want to buy for myself as well.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
I like the thing enough, uh, I'll buy two, like one for me and one for the person I'm gifting. So
Yeah.
this, I think, the solution to incentivize people to
I
do both.
Whoever is watching, capture this. I'm gonna send you a list of my favorite brands. You guys need to do this. I love it.
Yeah. So you buy one, you gift one. Another
Yes.
thing, what's really exciting me every year, and I know a lot of people will get really excited for it, is Advert Calendar, because every day you get a chance to get either a deal or a discount or a gift, or exclusive content that, the whole countdown is basically builds up to the momentum, to the whole the Christmas and New Year's. So first, it's consistent engagement, and it's amazing opportunity to, also drive the fear of missing out and drive the excitement for the new releases. What else we can look at? Definitely gift bundles and kits, but let's make it, build your own kind of promotion, where we're just going to focus on, you know, we take it from the target and we say we have different demographics, and we make gifts and bundles specific to those demographics. We personalize it. Let's say fitness enthusiasts, or makeup lovers. Uh, we can basically increase the basket size with those bundles, but also make
Yeah.
it very special for people who are purchasing it. And the new thing, and I think which is very relevant these days with the economic and with the geopolitics that's happening, is sustainability campaign. So we can emphasize on the eco-friendly packaging, but I would focus more on charitable donations tied to each purchase. That's what I'm more interested in, and a lot of customers are more interested in. So while they're buying a gift, they are not just buying gift for their loved ones, they're also donating to people in need or countries in need. Because consumers in 2024, they're increasingly driven by the brands that show the social responsibility. But this one extra layer will just add more, I think, value and more connection to the brand. So that's when I'm talking about the campaign ideas. There are many, but these are a few that we can take through. I would say the
Yeah.
next step for me would be to play with my favorite influencer marketing and partnerships, because they kind of go together. With influencer marketing for the holiday season can be played differently. So yes, niche micro influencers, we all know that they're performing way better than macro ones.
Yeah.
But what if we tie this up with a brand ambassadorship program specifically for the
You're on mute. No. Unmute.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Back.
Sorry, my microphone fell.
No
Okay, so I was
worries.
saying that we take our micro influencers and we turn this into the holiday ambassadorship program. And imagine we're going to run it in a certain way that, yes, micro influencers are great. And let's say we send out them gift bundles and they'll make a post about it. And this is like one of a post that they do.
Yeah.
But what if the same influencers create a continuous kind of communications, let's say from unboxing to using the product to doing something more and then maybe gifting it to someone else, and those are already series of different content pieces that can be shared and that basically shared to their audience and that can be repurposed on the brand's social media. So this basically would create, I think, more trust and
Yeah.
consistent message, and
Yeah.
plus people trust more other people, and specifically if they will see that this particular micro influencer will be using this product over time, again and again.
Yeah.
What else? One more thing I would say to basically cut costs and be easy on the budget during this time is to connect this all together with affiliate partnership.
Yeah.
In a way that the same influencers who are our brand ambassadors can be on the program where they will be having discount code, a link, for which they can earn percentage of the sales.
Yeah.
And here's like
And
the easiest thing that you can do. What do you think, Hiba?
yes, I honestly I think the three of them together is like the secret recipe or the secret sauce for influencer marketing in 2024 and beyond. Like things have changed, the way it works definitely changed. I think the affiliate marketing part or the affiliate partnership part is definitely here to stay. And I would say like one of the brands that really, really nailed it. It's a brand that I love so much. It's an American brand called Scrub Daddy. They were actually in
Yeah,
Shark Tank and they landed a deal with Lori and they went kaboom, honestly. And one of the things is what they do is how they partnered with these micro influencers, these small little influencers. And the way that they've promoted Scrub Daddy products is that, you just watching those satisfying cleaning reset Sunday videos where they're scrubbing the hell out of their bathrooms or their kitchens, and it just fully integrate with their lifestyle and it's fully integrated with what they're doing to the point where you're like, I'm clicking on the link, I'm going on their Amazon landing page and I'm buying this product. So it is definitely resonate, it builds trust, it makes sure that the product is not a standalone but it is fully integrated in the lifestyle, and people honestly, like now, they are more affected by that. They want authentic, genuine content that they can relate to.
Exactly. So that's the
uh,
thing. The focus on building those authentic, long-lasting relationships that extend beyond just like a post, a single post. Like consumers drawn to those content that feels personal and trustworthy. But so when people are cleaning and using this product on a daily basis, we feel connected, and we feel that okay, we like like we can resonate, and we're more connected to those influencers. So we
yeah,
want to take certain traits into our daily life. So those
absolutely.
making partnerships is an I think number one strategy for this holiday season.
Yes, sky's the
That's
limit.
the
I think we got some questions. Let me just see them
sure.
quickly.
Okay, so how can small business with limited budget compete with larger retails during the holiday season? We actually have response to that. Do we go? Let me jump
um
into this response maybe later because that's something I want to actually talk about as well about small businesses. Hey, but how about if you can tell me more about what's the customer support during this time? Because in my experience, this is like the worst time to get on hold if the products are not satisfactory. I had many instances with the big retails.
yeah, I think the holiday season or any high peak season for retail, for e-commerce, for anything related to B2C, it is time sensitive. You have to know, you have to prepare yourself, prepare your team that we need to address everything that comes in a timely manner. We need to have an SLA in place that we need to respect. Because every moment or every second where you are not addressing your customer or that inquiry or that question or that complaint or that escalation or whatever, that's a potential client that might go to your competitors. That's a potential conversion that you might lose. So it is very important to, you know, be mindful and answer those questions or those inquiries that come in a timely manner. I would also recommend brands to take advantage of the automation that has been made available with the rise of AI and all the tools that are out there, whether it be bots or WhatsApp automated response or anything kind of personalized conversations that you can do. You need to prepare your FAQs. You need to have your links ready. There's a lot of times where people would ask about the same thing. You need to pick something out of that. So if everybody is asking you, what is your refund policy? What is your refund policy? It means that it is not apparent. People can't find it when they are making their order. So that's also an opportunity for you to, go back, check your UX, make sure that the journey is what the clients are expecting. You have to train your customer service representative to be empathetic listeners. Give them the opportunity to also have a problem solving mindset because that's very, very important. People want solutions, especially when everybody is expecting their order to be urgent, to be shipped right away, to be delivered. It is a very small, tight window that you need to nail on your entire supply chain and logistics cycle. I think another thing that I would recommend for people to take and to look at, or some people would overlook and think that it might not be that important, but you gotta use social media listening tools. There's a lot of tools out there that are made available for you to keep track of what our people are saying on your brand.
Sorry.
How
Hiba,
is
can you tell us more about social media listening? Like, what is it in
um,
short?
So social media listening tools, these are tools that will help you pick up conversations about your brand or about specific keywords or even about your competitors. So there are multiple tools out there that works in different ways, but the whole philosophy behind it is that these are crawlers that crawls into the web, into multiple social media platform, and they will tell you where is that keyword being mentioned under which context. And it also helps with sentiment analysis for you to be able to know what are these conversations about in a way. Are they positive? Are they negative? Are these potential customers? Are these people complaining? What is happening? And that's very, very important. And I would say during the high peak season, during the holiday season, keep an eye out on negative comments and do not shy away from addressing them. Do not shy away from addressing any shortfalls that you have within your logistics cycle. Um, and I would say, I'll give an example of the Huda Beauty recent campaign. I'm a huge fan
Oh
of
yeah.
Huda Katan. She is an absolute legend. She is so authentic, so real, and I love that about her. The Easy Blur Foundation, which is one of her recent product launches, it was all over social media. Everybody was talking about it. A lot of people loved it, some people not so much, some people gave their comments. And what I really loved is that one of the negative comments that came across was related to the packaging. A lot of people were like, the packaging looks very cheap for the price point that we are paying. Why is it not in glass? Why is it not big? Why is it not glamorous? And she didn't shy away. She went on, she posted a video about it. She cleared it up because she said, hey people, we were focusing on the formula. We wanted to make sure that we nailed the formula. We wanted it to be lightweight on purpose so that you can carry it in your bag. You can carry it everywhere you go. And not only that, she took some other high tier foundations that are in the market that sells at a higher price range that has either a similar or a like a same made foundation. She made the comparison, and I think she nailed it. People trust her more, people understand, and I'm pretty sure that people that were complaining about the packaging have nothing to say now because it has been addressed.
Yeah.
And I
How
also love
good
how
that she-
she, sorry.
Sorry, how good that she took this negative comments and turned it into a win situation for her at the end.
Yes.
That's
And not only that, she turned it into a way to build credibility about not only the product but the process to get the product out there, because she also shared the conversation that she was having with her team about the price point, where her team, I think, wanted it to go for $45, she wanted to go for 30 or 35, something like that, and then they have agreed somewhere in between. Because for her, like she said, the most important thing for me is for it to be affordable. It is an investment. We understand that, and we want to make sure that it's available for everybody, and we want it to be lightweight so that you can carry it around anywhere. Yes, we could have made it in a glass box. We could have made it more glamorous. But we didn't want to. We actually on purpose made it this way. And I think that resonated really, really well. And for me as a customer who actually ended up going and buying it after that, um, it made sense. It absolutely
how
made
the
sense.
product.
Yes, it made absolute sense. So that's why the key takeaway here is that if you see negative comments, because a lot of people would just block the person or just remove the person that has been saying negative things from the platform. No, learn from it. What does it tell you about your cycle? What does it tell you about how is your brand perceived or how is your product perceived? And at the end of the day, it is everything we do is trial and error. Nothing is as 100% as it should be. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very important when it comes to the campaigns, especially. It's a lot of tries and a lot of tests. Hey, but the holiday season, you can say like the most profitable months of the year, but I think it's also very heavy on the spend for the companies.
Yes. Yes.
So, what about the paid advertising, and how would you budget for the this period of time? Like, what would the right strategy moving forward?
I think the most important thing is preparation. Like just like it goes for any ads campaign or any advertisement campaign that you want to build and promote out there, you have to prepare. Um, a couple of things that I would recommend here is number one, learn your audience. You gotta nail the demographics, you gotta nail the targeting. You need to know who could buy your items, who is interested in your items. And for that, I would say there's something that unfortunately brands still do not do to the fullest, which is pixels. you gotta pixel the hell out of your website. Drop those
Can you
pixels
share
left,
more
right,
information about it, actually?
yeah, so Pixel is like a way to collect data on your website about the visitors of your website, and then you link it to your advertisement platforms. You can link it also to your Google Analytics, and basically how it does is that it tracks and it analyzes the behavior of your audiences and where are they and how are they behaving so that you can retarget them. So let's take, for example, abandoned carts. So people that have been on your website, they've added items to their cart, but they've never checked out. How can you retarget them on a social media campaign or on an ads campaign? Is with the data that has been captured now. So it is very, very important for you to be able to capture that data, know how to use it, know when to use it, and now it's the best time. If you are planning for your biggest campaign of the year, where you are supposed to get the most revenue of the year, you need to go all guns blazing, use everything that you have at your disposal. I would say another thing that I would recommend is optimizing for mobile. So a lot of the purchases that happens during this period of time are on mobile. So you need to make sure that the content that you create is optimized for mobile. The ads that you're creating are optimized for mobile.
I would say
Um,
prioritize for mobile over
sorry?
just optimize. Like, I would say prioritize for mobile. Like
Yeah.
priority should become the mobile part, and the whole design should be built from the mobile to the desktop. Like this has to change. Like I don't remember when last time anyone actually used desktop to purchase something online. Even flight tickets, like it's only been mobile for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
100% agree with you.
Yes, I think, yeah, but it's changing a lot, but also like because the sales cycle is not very straightforward, some of the engagement would happen on other devices, but the majority of the time is spent on mobile. So yes, 100% agree. Prioritize and optimize. That's the key takeaway. I think the last thing that I would add to paid advertisement and generally for tracking campaigns and making sure that you nail it is to analyze the performance of the campaign very, very closely and be prepared to adjust. Um, and when I say track the performance and analyze the performance, we look at five key things. So, number one, you measure the reach, and that's basically impression. Then you have engagement. So that's basically the views, the clicks, the shares, the comments, the bookmarks, the download, the add to cart. So anything related to different actions that are taken. Then you have the conversions, which is sales, uh, your call to action coming to fruition. But you can also track and measure new customers, repeat customers, the average deal size or purchase size, the returns, the refunds. And the last thing that you look at is your ROAS or your return on your ad spend per channel per campaign. And now, also, if you are an e commerce client, that would be very, very easy for you to tie that up to your actual return and sales that you have generated. And these five things, you need to have them, you need to check them very, very regularly, very, very closely, so that you are able to adjust and change based on that. Now, obviously, like all of this is, like I said at the beginning, it's a domino. Nothing works on its own. Everything has to be tied up together. And visuals and branding are very, very important. And as the guru for the visuals and branding that I know, what is your take on that? What is your take on visuals and branding for the season?
Well, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when we speak on posters and the ads for the holiday season? It's a very poppy design, right? It's like red, or Black Friday sale. It's big, it's yellow,
Yeah.
um,
Or
but those are
boomerangs
all,
going around and
yes.
around.
Those
Yes.
crazy designs are in the past, and thanks God, we're in 2024 where minimalist and sustainable visuals are in trend. So simplistic design, is very trending, especially with the focus on sustainability. That means we use earthy colors, natural tones, soft palettes with a more minimalist approach that reflects environmental consciousness. So that's a total like change from the what's been happening before. Then the new technology is coming, and it's been here for a few years. For me, that's augmented reality filters, and I think for retail they work wonders. I think Nike did this, Mac did this, when you could try different lipstick shades and see how it is on you before you buy it, or you can see how different shoes would look on your feet. And I feel these are really great for retails. It helps customers to visualize themselves and try on before they actually purchasing it. So that reduces, I think, the return rate of the products for sure. And yeah, you can do the change and decorate the whole thing for the holiday season virtually, and that's just it's a nice touch for any brand. Another thing that I've been thinking about for so long, like when we think of the holiday season, uh, we think of the Christmas tree and the snow, right? But how about inclusive holiday season? We're located in Dubai, and we have a different kind of holiday season. We have a sun, and we have the Burj Khalifa for the New Year. So how about changing those imageries that we use for the ads into something that we're actually going to see happening in the region? Let's say it should be region related imagery for sure. So that's a new approach, and I think something that people need to focus more on, making it more local for the people here.
Yeah.
One more thing is something that I really like, because it shows how brand is flexible and playful. Many brands, for let's say a pink campaign in October, they change the logos to pink. That shows which brands are supporting what. But not so many actually do this for the holiday season. So imagine temporary modifying your logo and maybe adding, I don't know, a Santa's hat on the side, or changing like a color, or like tweaking something, adding snowflake, just for the for the fun part of it. It's just with maintaining the brand identity, of course, without going too crazy. It just gives a nice touch, and it just
Yeah.
shows that okay, you're changing, you're flexible, you're fun brand to be part of.
Yeah.
So that's all on the trends in 2024, and I think we're moving in the right direction with it. One thing that I would need your help understanding with, how after getting the after having analyzing all the target audience, creating the campaign, jumping into the creating designs for it. What's our next step? For me, this is the actual data and how I analyze it, but we would need some clarification on that if you can help.
Yeah. Before I actually jump into that, I want to add a few additional points related to the advertisement space and the budgeting and all of that. Now, especially here in the region, there's a widely spread misperception about how Google ads work or social media ads work, and brands generally really need to educate themselves to understand how it actually works and how much it has become smart, and how it has become effective. I would say it is very, very important to understand that you need to start very early on with your ads budget, or sorry, with your ads campaign, so that the machine can actually learn and improve itself. If you start late, you're not given time for that campaign to learn and perform. It
How
is
early
very
should we
important
start for the season? Sorry to.
to be
What would be your
honest. Like,
recommendation?
there is no specific time. It can be as early as 2 3 weeks to 1 year. Like, it really depends on how much data you want it, how much data you want the machine to understand and learn. It is very important that you start early. You don't start on the week where you are supposed to get the ROI. So let's say 6 to 8 weeks minimum. Let's just put it out
Okay.
there. Um, So that is enough time for you to have a very, very strong campaign that it's ready and running for you to give you ROI. And not only that, like the bidding strategy changed. The way you build those campaigns, the way you put them out there is very, very advanced now. And you can optimize those campaigns and you only pay for the conversion. You don't pay to be there. You pay there for it to actually give you results. And that is the most
It's a great update.
yes, and it is the one thing that people don't say out loud as much as possible, but you need, and it's upon business owners and marketeers out there and people that are interested in this field to go out there and look for the information and educate themselves so that they can actually seize the opportunity that is out there. Paid advertisement is continuously evolving. You have a lot of brands out there that actually made millions in revenue and in sales with the help of paid advertisement, and not only the paid advertisement, everything that we spoke about. So they've nailed the content, they nailed the influencer, they nailed the UGC content. They were authentic, they were trustworthy, forthcoming. Their brand was able to resonate with a lot of people. So I would say, like I said before, it is a domino effect. It is not just one thing that you need to do in order for this to work. It's multiple things. You need to put an investment, you need to have budget, you need to have people that you trust on board, people that understand your vision, share the same values as your brand. So all of these together, coming together, you would be able to see ROI. Now, to generally answer your question about data and analytics and how to analyze and make sense of all of this, data is very, very, very important. I don't think like I can stress enough about how much it is important for you to look at that data, go into the nitty gritty of that data. If there's a way for you to find even more data, go ahead and find that more data. Uh, and it is very important because it is the way for you to capitalize on everything that you're doing, and also the way for you to adjust everything that you're doing. I would say there are key KPIs that each and every person needs to be, or retailers need to look at, especially during the holiday season. I think I've mentioned some of them before. I'll repeat it again. You have the engagement matrix, and that's basically the likes, the comments, the shares, the click. Really, generally speaking, it's the gauge with your audience and basically what are they interested in and how is it performing. The second thing that you need to keep an eye on is your website traffic, and that is very, very important. You can find it on your Google Analytics. If you don't have your website linked to a Google Analytics, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. And that's basically the number of visitors on your website from different, how basically they can come from a search, from an ad, from organic search, from this, from that. So like these things. Then you have conversions, and that's a way for you to monitor the sales, the leads generated, basically your call to actions being taken actions, basically. Then you have the ROI, and that's the financial revenue that you get from your ads and your campaigns. And then you have the brand sentiment, which is the social media listening that we talked about earlier. And that's for you to analyze the feedback and the sentiment, and also how conversations are being held out there about your industry or about your competitors or your share of voice in the market. And all of those all are very, very important. And if you put them all together, you glue them one with another, you would be able to see how the story comes to life, how everything is working. Are you in the right direction? Are things working? What is working? What is not working? You would be able to have like a deep
More
dive
clear
in.
vision.
Exactly. Now, obviously, like all of this is important. All of this work is important. Everything you do pre-campaign is important. The preparation, and we said that before, preparation is the key to success. But does it really end by the end of the campaign, Z?
Oh no. And this is where many brands fall short. You know,
Yeah,
customer retention is so important because we keep forgetting that, bringing your old client back or your old customer back is way cheaper than gaining new one. But yet many brands fail to do something about it. So let's look at this from the perspective of the holiday season. Uh, you know, let's say we can tailor an offer that would, or strategy for customer retention. For me, that would be something as easy as, new year, new deals. Just certain campaigns for people who already engage and purchase something of your website during the holiday season. So a thank you note with discount, or limited time offer for the new collection, or something that will create an urgency and encourage for the repeat purchase. Because for people, it's easier to trust your brand one more time if they already engaged, right? So this is extremely important. Another thing we can look into, like something creating maybe a loyalty program for the people who purchase from you during the season. So you can actually enhance the existing loyalty program if you have one. So for the holiday shoppers, they can earn extra points on their purchase, like double points for their purchase, uh, or provide additional incentives for the maybe early access to the new arrivals, or limited time offer for just this kind of crowd. So these are for the exclusive holiday offers. You can also go back to the first one we discussed, and for the target audience, you can make it personalized post-holiday follow-ups. And this is where people will feel even more special because these would be tailored specifically to them. So
yeah,
targeted email campaign after the holidays that will send a personalized follow-up email that would recommend a product that's based on your previous purchase or browse history, let's say.
yeah,
For example, suggesting complementary product to something that you already purchased, or just something that is within your interest line.
yeah,
It would be really helpful. Let's say you're buying a
yeah,
sports equipment, and you can send a personalized email with the products which are complementary to the going to the
yeah.
gym. I don't know, you're buying
I actually,
shoes, here's.
yeah. Yes, I actually want to share a story related. So I recently bought a lash serum, eyelashes serum. And obviously, like, it took ages to get here. I think it was a UK brand, I don't remember. It took ages to come here, and then when it got here, the support agent reached out to me. She's like, "Hey, did you get a product?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. Thank you so much," because we were exchanging emails back and forth. And then I've noticed after that they kept sending me emails about how to use it. Are you seeing results? So things that kept me intrigued. And they're like, don't give up yet. The effect will happen in a week. Like literally after 1 week of me using the product, they're like, don't give up. It will,
That's amazing.
you will see the effect. Just keep using it. Are you using it correctly? Are you applying the right amount? Are you applying it correctly? So I think that it's very, very important because we get a lot of spams, we get a lot of emails that are super unnecessary. But if we feel
Yeah.
like you understood where are we at in the journey with your product and you address that, I think that's very important to have the cycle of your customer predefined, pre and post sales, and know how to conversate with those customers. Absolutely spot on, Z.
And that's the thing, like it's perfect for automated emails because you will know what your customer will be going through in this cycle, and you can just automate those uh, you know emails and or thank you notes post the holiday purchase. And it's also like incentivized to engage more. You're more likely to go back and purchase something else from them, right? After such treatment.
Yeah,
So this is really great. Another thing, I was always so curious why all the sales are only going for like Black Friday, Christmas, like living in different parts of the world, maybe not so much in the Western side, we don't give so much attention to Christmas. And I was always thinking, how can things are changed here? So what I would suggest is to try a seasonal transition campaign. Because if we're not going to focus so much on Black Friday and the Christmas sale, there's after that, the next season is spring. And this is something that you also can talk about, or you can also create different campaigns. Winter to spring promotion, shift the focus from holiday to like whatever's upcoming season. And what I love about it is that January normally is the biggest month for, kind of a get back in shape, healthcare, self-love kind of months
Yeah.
when people
Reset.
trying to prepare, reset, work on your resolution kind of months,
Yeah.
and it's a great topic to build a huge campaign around it for anything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be following their, New Year resolutions, and these are mostly about the self-improvement. Correct me if I'm wrong, because mine are about that, like lose some kilos, start working out, eat more healthy, and etc. But what brands can do is create like offer discounts, or bundle deals that help customers to transition.
Yeah.
And it can be anything like wellness products, winter clearance sale, or just fresh spring collection. As easy as
Yeah.
that.
I think
So
a lot of the brands get that. Like a lot of the brands are starting to pick up on that. Not as much as we would like it to see, absolutely. And again, like the audience or the consumer generally has became super sophisticated in terms of they know exactly what they want and they want to be addressed in a certain way and they want to be at the center of it all. So before that, everything used to revolve around the corporate calendar that was preset and you just need to be patiently waiting for that to happen and so forth. But now people understand, or these brands understand their audiences, they understand the seasonality that the person goes through, they understand the needs that come along each and every season, that they want to adjust based on that. So spot on again, I absolutely agree. And I think I would love for my favorite brands to do it even more, where I am at the center of their marketing strategy and how they want to, promote and run their campaigns. Absolutely. And I think we're going to see more of it in the very near
I
future.
hope so. Because imagine post New Year is the time when you trying to set yourself right for the year, and you can receive so much support from brands that you already engaged with. How great that would be. It's just like, makes all our life easier, getting special discounts, getting offers, making this seasonal transition easier for everyone. There are a few
Yeah.
things we can also do. There's community building for people who are to engage with your brand, subscription model, and the customer feedback loop. So these are nice tactics for the post-sale service to keep your clients engaged and let them come back to you again. So let's say we can build a community from people who purchase products on your website. You
Yeah.
can put them in a separate mailing list and send them separate emails, again tailored. Uh, as you mentioned that basically that you're receiving emails about how to use the product, how the effects of it. This is part of their community building exercise.
Yeah. I
So
think
you're
that
part
don't
of the
give up, that don't give up email came exactly in the
yeah.
right time. So it was 1 week after I got the product. I've been using it for every day and I'm literally measuring my lashes and I'm like, I'm not getting the length that I want.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't give
So
up. I'm like, how did you
you're the
guys
members
know?
mailing list, you know?
Like, how did you guys know I was about to give up on this product? They're like, don't give up. Are you using it correctly? Consistency is key. So you will get the results in another week or two. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a shot. So absolutely. Yes, agree.
See, so that's your mailing list, and this is amazing thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Another thing, when I think of a smaller brands, let's say someone's making hand soap or candles, uh, having people who are like, one way would be to connect with the people who already bought from you, is that maybe shoot behind the scene of how their packaging was made, their product was made, how it was shipped, labeled, etc., and send it to the customer. So imagine you're receiving, and because sorry, imagine you're receiving those kind of email where it's your product you purchased is being made. Like how nice it is, like how personal, how much more personal it can get than that. And especially, I know we love ordering from small brands because you will get the message, handwritten on the packaging, right? You'll have like a special touch that's okay, maybe this brand cares about me. It's not just printed on the shipping label. Like they actually put an effort and time to address me on the product itself. This
Yeah.
is one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think also what's trending now is pack my order, where a lot of
exactly, this
people
is what I'm
would,
talking.
yes, a lot of people would message the person and be like, please pack my order. And then they're like, let's pack the order of XYZ and this and that. And I think people are getting the thrill of that attention because,
Yeah,
again, we live in a very fast paced times now, and everybody wants to be the center of everything. So I think it's very important that you make your customers feel special. Um, so pack my order with me is definitely something that's very, very trending nowadays.
absolutely. And to be honest, I love those kind of content. It really works, and just getting it casually without even asking, it just creates more connection, I think, with the brand. One more
Yeah.
thing, actually two, uh, it's a
Mm.
feedback loop that brands can do with their customers in a way that we receive always surveys from like, how was your service? Did you get it delivered in time? How's the product and things like that. These are like standard surveys post purchase, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how we can take this further and incentivize our customers to actually leave a review, not just like maybe put stars, but take the time, try the product, and maybe take a photo of the product and leave an actual review, is by incentivizing them through, loyalty points or discounts or things like that. I know iHerb is doing this already. So if you're buying anything from iHerb and you do directly review, you get like a discount for the next order, which is great.
Nice.
Timu implemented the same thing, and Timu actually is one of the greatest case studies right now for the customer retention, with amount
Yeah.
of different things that they're doing to keep their clients engaged all the time. I don't
Yeah.
know if you ever use the app. Every time you open it, it gives you a casino, the wheel that gives you a special discount, and then it takes you like
Okay.
it first takes you a game, and then gives you a discount offer, makes you feel special, and then nonstop reminds you, okay, you have this kind of vouchers to use that, and which you can never
Nice.
use. But
Nice.
the whole point is that Temu is using every possible strategy out there to retain their customers, and I think they're doing great. Coming from the, I think the owner of Temu became the richest man in Asia, so we have something to learn from him. So
Nice.
the thing is, all these strategies help maintain the momentum gained during the holiday season and ensure the brand stays on top of the mind for all the customers, even after the festive season is over. And this is what we actually want. The goal is to, create those long-term connections, relationships with your clients, and turn this one-time purchase for the holiday into recurring purchase and repeat customers.
Yeah.
That's
And I think 100% I agree. And I think one of the things that like I love so much about medium and small businesses is the personalized journey or the personalized purchase cycle that they have. Like honestly, like receiving that handwritten note with my name on it, with the thank you, like it goes a long way. I have it's been a while now, but I used to order a lot of press-on nails from a local brand. She's actually a Sudanese girl, and I think the process of buying the nails, I enjoyed it more than putting on the nails. Just because
yeah,
of how much like, she would message me. She like send me a picture of your hand with a coin next to them so that she knows the exact size of my finger. And then it took us a couple of times to nail the size of my nails, and from there, like
nails.
it was. Exactly. And that's very, very important. I can only imagine like she does this with each and every order that she gets. That must be time
Yeah,
consuming, but this is how you build loyalty. It takes time, it takes effort, but it is rewarding at the end.
100% agree.
Wonderful. I
Amazing.
think
So we can answer
we,
Adnan's questions.
yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything. We'll see the questions that are coming in. Adnan's question is, how can small business with limited budget compete with a large retailer during the holiday season? Now, here's the thing, like I'll give my take on, and then the please
Yeah.
chip in also into the answer. There is no right or wrong, but the secrets are in the details. Like there's a lot of things out there that you should focus on to beat your competition. Um, Focus on your niche. You don't need to go out there and try to grab things out of the big pie. Focus on your niche, focus on your customers, create something that is personal to them, which big names are not able to do. So like I said, now there's a lot of brands that offer press on nails, big brands, but I wouldn't go buy from them. I would buy from this girl who works in her home and build those nails, because she created something for me that these big brands are not able to give me, which is the attention to details, the feeling that this is actually custom made for me. um,
Personalization.
I think exactly, and invest a lot of time and effort to learn about paid advertisement, because if you remember, and how I said is that the way the bidding strategy changed, the way it works changed. Like, yes, it's important how much money or how much are you willing to spend, but the algorithm looks at more than just that. They look at your content, they look at the quality of the ads, they look at um, how everything else resonates alongside with the budget, and always allocate some small budgets to do testing. um, Try new things, try to be bold. Collaboration with other brands is also very important. Micro influencers, leverage the UGC content creator out there. There's so many ways for you to be able to compete and get your well-deserved share during the season. um, Large retailers, they don't need to be scary anymore, because like I said, the audience is very much sophisticated now. They know what they want, they know how they will get that information. So I would say play on that aspect and focus on that. What do you think, Z?
Spot on. The only thing I can add to this is a affiliate partnership with the micro influencers, and this is something where you don't have to spend so much. You only spend, percentage for the commission for the influencers. So both
Yeah.
parties are interested in, and it's way easier on the budget compared to just if you're just running an ad campaign. But yeah, in a time when people prefer smaller brands, we're in the perfect shape
Yeah.
for this.
I yeah, I think obviously like I love sharing success stories, but yeah, there's one brand, a cookie brand, that's called Crumble, that actually turned into a $5 billion company, just by creating exclusivity. So that's very important. Like personalized, the way you make your customers feel is very, very important. That's something that we as customers are hungry for. So this is a small company in the US that actually, um, basically, it's a bakery. It's not known. It's not a multi-chain. It was very small. They started in 2017, and basically they started making a variety of flavors, things that are out of the box, and then they had like a rotating system. And then they do a drop once a week, and people will be waiting patiently for that drop to happen. What are they going to give us this time? How is it going to be? And then they leveraged the UGC that was out there. So they worked with people for them to get that hype recorded, make other people want to jump on the train, and so forth, until they reached $5 billion. So there's a lot of opportunity out there. You just got to be genuine, like I said before, and you got to put in the work.
Amazing. Awesome. Any more questions we have going?
Let me see what we have here. I don't think we have another question. Let me see.
All right then. I think we covered most of it.
I hope we didn't bore people with
Me
all
too.
the details.
Please leave a star if a plus if it didn't bore you. Okay then.
Yeah. I think
Thank you so much.
there's one question, sorry, that just came in now.
Yeah.
What are the things to remember when we are preparing for the holiday season this time of the year? Pretty much everything we just said.
There's no one thing.
Yeah, I think it's basically a bunch of things together, like we said at the opening and throughout the session, or throughout the discussion that me and Z were having, is that it's a domino effect. It's more than one thing put together that you need to work on. It's your target audience and content. It's your um, timing and frequency. How often do you post? It's your campaign. It's your influencers marketing. It's your community engagement. How do you make your customers feel? It's your paid ad, your budgets, your visuals, your branding, your post campaign. And so all of these together, you need to give each and every bit attention, and make sure that you cover it all. I would say additionally, pay attention to what is trending. Try to be very demure, very mindful, very cutesy in your messaging, and plan for the unplanned. I think a lot of brands do not plan for what if we take off, what if we go trending, what if we hit the trends and everybody start talking about us, what are we going to do? Like, a lot of people go very modest in their planning, but you should also plan for the worst case scenario, which is the best case scenario, if you get what I mean. And I think most importantly, don't forget to have fun. It is a journey. We are all learning. No one is born an expert. And if your intentions are right and you're in the right track, everything is gonna fall in place for you.
Exactly.
Z?
Experiment. Try different things because it's all about trial and trial and trial. From the creative part to the ads part, you never know what's gonna blow up for you in social media. You never know what's gonna be the next thing that will make you the star. So in my opinion, it's just not be afraid and just try different things. One of the things will work out eventually. That's the motto.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sometimes it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Great. I
We wrap
think,
up.
that's a wrap. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for tuning in to our chilled discussion conversation. Me and Z, we're very, very happy to have you. Z, it was an absolute pleasure as always. Until
So
next
great.
time.
Till next time. Stay tuned for the new post.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.